All right, in this lesson, we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to take what we know about quadratic functions, and now we're going to write our own. So it says the graph shows the parabola path of a performer who is shot out of a cannon, where y is the height in feet and x is the horizontal distance traveled in feet. Write an equation of the parabola. So let me show you the graph. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20. And then we have another point at 25, 30. And then 60, 10. So if we take a look at this, we know how to write equations in standard form, in vertex form, and intercept form. So if I take a look at this, what is this giving me? Well, if I look closely, this is our vertex. And so our vertex is at 25, 30. So most likely I'm going to use vertex form. Knowing that the vertex is the coordinate 25, 30. But what I don't know are these currently. But if I look closely, there are two other coordinates in my graph that will give me an x and a y. So let's just pick one. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So let's say that I use 0, 20. Sometimes if there's a 0 in it, it's a little bit easier to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute 0 and 20 for x and y, 25 and 30 for my h and k. So my y value is 20. I don't know the a value. My x value is 0 minus my beginning of my vertex squared plus the rest of my vertex. So now I'm just going to do my order of operations. Negative 25 squared is 625. So I'm going to write it like this just because I'm used to it looking like this. Here's my equation. So now I'm going to solve for a. So I'm going to subtract 30. And I'm going to divide by 625. And normally in real life problems like this, we're going to go ahead and write our values as decimals and not leave them as fractions. So there's my value for a. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my original problem here. And my equation is going to be y is equal to the a value that I just found. When you write your equations, your y and x say variables, minus, but we do put the vertex in. And so there's our equation that will model this. Now let me just recap. The reason why I picked vertex form to begin with is because I could clearly see the vertex in the problem. This one doesn't give me a graph. It just says write an equation of a parabola in intercept form given the intercepts are 12 and negative 6 and passes to the point 14, 4. Well, let's kind of back up. Even if they didn't tell me in the directions to write an intercept form, I should have known that because it's giving me the intercepts. So here's our basic intercept form with P and Q being intercepts. So I'm going to take these intercepts and I'm going to plug them in. A, x minus 12, x minus negative 6. Right away I'm going to notice that that's going to change to positive. Now I notice that that coordinate xy, 14 is my x, 4 is my y. I'm going to plug those in. So my y variable is 4. I still don't know a, but my x is 14. Same x again. So I'm going to go 4 is equal to a. 14 minus 2, or sorry, 14 minus 12 is 2. 14 plus 6 is 20. Multiply those together. Solve for a. One-tenth or 0.1, however you want to write it. So y is equal to 1/10 x minus 12 and x plus 6. So there's my equation. So again, look and figure out what they give you. If they give you intercepts, use intercept form. If they give you vertex, use vertex form. I highly doubt you would ever have to write anything in standard form right from a story problem.